Yeah, now it's happening.
No,
come on. We're talking about actual nuts, like almonds.
I'm talking scrotum.
Oh.
Pure scrotum. I am. Sorry, I want some LSD. I had to. I have to get over my breakup.
Forgot some ecstasy on it, Salvio. Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of everyone's favorite podcast, the Critical Arcade Podcast. I'm your co-host Nick.
And I'm Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Nick, you well?
Yes, we did it. We did it this time.
I know, fantastic.
Yes,
See,
I'm well.
Yeah.
I'm also terrified.
Why are you terrified? That sounds like I've got you here at gunpoint. I'm terrified. Please help me. There's a new newspaper for today that that this is real. Why are you terrified?
No, I'm terrified. Have you seen? There's a new video that came out on YouTube this week. From Kane Pixels. Do you know Kane Pixels?
I don't know Kane Pixels. What's Kane Pixels?
Have you heard of the Backrooms?
No.
No,
I've heard of Backrooms. Okay, what is? Okay, obviously.
The Backrooms.
Okay, the Backrooms. What is the Backrooms?
It's
gonna be hard to describe now.
It's
right?
hard to
describe. It's like
I describe the Backrooms.
I didn't expect him to not know this.
There's this picture that went viral a couple of years ago.
Okay.
I think 8 years ago at this point. No, six. Doesn't matter.
Doing what?
Not doing anything. That's the thing. It's just a picture of a couple of rooms with no unique qualities.
Yeah.
Of just a brown carpet, yellow decaying wallpaper, and these fluorescent buzzing lights.
Okay.
That's the picture.
Okay. So it's like a horror type scene, like you'd find a drug den or something.
And that picture with a caption calling it the Backrooms. If you no clip out of reality, you end up in the Backrooms.
Okay, gotcha.
Massive supernatural maze containing liminal spaces.
Okay, yes, yeah. I think, I may have seen this.
The Backrooms was popularized by this YouTuber called Kane Pixels.
Okay.
It's a 17-year-old guy from...
Of course it is. Yeah, some young guy just making millions off YouTube. It seems to be the story for most of them, but yeah, okay.
And he's on YouTube and he made this excellent video of somebody falling into the Backrooms with his video camera, and then he just records the Backrooms.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
It's horrifying.
You can see why I haven't watched it then, by all accounts. Like,
it's horrifying.
Yeah.
And it's done so extremely well.
Yeah.
You would not believe that the entire thing is computer generated.
Yeah, that's
CGI.
Scary. That's scary.
It's 45 minutes.
Wow. But is it still scary?
Yes.
I'm not going to watch this. Why would I want to be scared for 45 minutes?
Yes, it's still scary. I watched it last night while I was doing the washing at midnight, and it's...
Because who doesn't watch scary things whilst doing the washing at midnight, right? That's a perfectly normal thing to do.
Yeah.
And you watch what? You're one of those, right? You like being scared, and you like a scenario to get scary.
It's not about being scared, it's about the adrenaline rush.
Of potentially dying.
You're not potentially dying, you're simulating potentially dying.
Yeah, that doesn't sound any better. I'm happy to stay...
What do you mean? Of course it does. You get the adrenaline rush, but none of the danger.
Yeah, but when you go out in society where that scenario might happen again, or if you're in the woods at night and you think, last time I saw
if I accidentally land in the Backrooms.
Yes! You could one day go into a doctor's surgery or a hospital and all of a sudden, it's, the light flickers, the room smells like blood, there's a figure that just goes across a baby crawls across the floor.
Then I'll know what to do.
Die. It's the only logical thing to do in that regard. Try.
I guess so.
Okay.
So he released the third video of his series, The Backroom. Well, found footage, The Backrooms. It's terrifying.
Well, yeah, it sounds it. But it's an interesting segue. So you're terrified
I've got
because
no segue.
You watched this last night.
Yes, that's
whilst
it.
doing the dishes at midnight. Did you also say the Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, or Candyman, Candyman, Candyman as well?
Are they gonna fight? You just summoned them both.
Is that what happens? I think you have to do that at night.
In a mirror.
Crap, there's a mirror opposite me. Right now. It's fine, we need new viewers anyway. They can come watch. They can sit next to us, watch the podcast and stuff like that.
We're on opposite sides of your wife.
Yeah, who else can we call? Beetlejuice, he can come in, right? There's lots of those.
Madonna.
Does that happen? Because she could do a concert.
Yes, I think it's because she's just a skeleton now. It does work.
like she does have. She has had like a monstrous transformation. Well, we're being mean, but she does look kind of odd. Okay, so yeah, that's 4 new viewers for this. Who else can we call forth?
Beyonce.
Does it work for any A-list singer?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Beyonce's too busy ripping off Jolene. I don't like that. Anyway.
We are not talking about
No, we're not talking about Beyonce. We're not talking about Jolene.
We should get to
the game, this week's game, right?
Yes.
This is a podcast about gaming, so...
Oh, right!
Right?
Okay.
I want to say, who knew? We were talking about back rooms and being...
Being terrified by back rooms.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is good.
And that's a great segue in today's game.
And absolutely
it's fantastic. Today's game, one of our Indie 500 again, I believe.
Yes.
And it's called, not a game I'd heard of, you'd heard of it.
I'd heard of it.
Sayonara Wild Hearts. Now, the name doesn't really give much away, except for Sayonara is Japanese for goodbye, and wild is wild, and hearts is hearts.
Correct.
It doesn't, like, the name is intriguing by its own right, but that's about it.
I think, I mean, if you think about it, goodbye Wild Hearts.
Yeah,
I
know. It was released in 2019 by a company called Simogo.
Yes.
I don't know how you say it. That's just how I'm
That's it.
Say it. It's a Swedish company. No, I lie. Yes, it is a Swedish company. Sorry, it is a Swedish company. But it was. Did you see it was developed by Simogo and then
who published?
Annapurna, right?
Yes, Annapurna. They've got an excellent track record.
Yeah, except for yesterday. Did you not see the news about Annapurna Studios yesterday?
Yeah.
All 20 of the staff, in regards to like the game development thing, all quit at the same time.
What?
A massive just resigned. Because I'm not really that savvy in this type of thing. Annapurna wanted to separate the game producing side of the studio compared to like the TV and the movies. It does a lot. And
so they can pay them
owners
less.
Didn't want to. And so when the owners, they didn't come to an agreement, all 20 staff resigned at the same time. People are suggesting they might start their own studio.
So they're on the side of the owner.
Yes.
Meaning good owner.
Yeah, right. But it's very strange. So Annapurna, which, like you said, has got a great reputation.
I don't think it's strange. I think it suits.
I think they're going to open their own little studio. Keep
Fantastic.
An eye out. Yeah, because we had what, Stray.
Wait, so you're saying me the good parts of Annapurna
could be gone.
Left.
Yeah. The game development part, the game pushing forwards, because they produced and they helped other developers.
They produce and they.
Yeah, they all left. They all left. They've got other obligations to other studios that they're releasing games, but 20 people just left. But everybody.
So the publishing side of Annapurna is still fine. The game development isn't. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
It's weird, isn't it? I found that out just there. I thought, whoa, because Annapurna's got a great reputation now.
They do.
It's got like Stray being their biggest one, right? Am I missing?
Yes.
Any
Have you
other
played
one?
Stray?
Everyone's played Stray. It's great. You get to play a cat in a futuristic world with a robot.
Yes.
Who doesn't want to do like?
Stray's good.
It's actually my desktop screen at the moment.
Stray?
Yeah, why not? I like the cyberpunk cat kind of just era of stuff. So yeah, it's in my background. Apart from that, I couldn't find too much weird stuff. Like I like to go into the trivia and the backstories of video games. This one had a lovely little story, and then I thought it ended up, well, that's not really that lovely anymore. But that's more on the audio side of things.
Yeah, we can get into that.
Okay, so let's jump into the narrative.
Before we do,
go on.
Simogo, have you seen what other games they've made?
I probably did, but I can't remember. It's always like mobile games or other indie games you may not have heard of.
It's another indie game you've not heard of.
What is it?
They released one this year called Lorelei and the Laser Eyes.
Lorelei and the Laser Eyes.
Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Developed by Simogo, published by I'm not too sure. Released this year in May.
Oh, did you say Lorelei and the Laser Eyes?
Yes. What did you hear?
Laser Eyes. What the hell, like the chips? Like what's good? Okay, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes.
Yes.
Okay,
Also
that's
made
a catchy
by
name.
Simogo. It's completely different to what they've made over here. This one is puzzle, like old school puzzle, like you need a notebook.
Oh game. Wow, one of those you actually have to write down and think
and then
about.
you write pages and pages and pages of clues and puzzles and solutions.
That is old school. That is properly old school.
That's how you beat this game, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, and it's been doing extremely well.
It's amazing how many games are doing really well when they're just regenerating games of old. Like if you just take Space Marines that just came out, it plays like an old like PlayStation 2 or Xbox 360 type gameplay, but it's making it because that's that's what we like. It's what
it's half ideas for old games were good, and other half new games are just turds.
It is a weird place. The
right?
gaming
How often have you
exactly
played?
Right.
How often have you played Warzone?
I haven't.
Exactly, because it's shit.
Yeah, and Suicide Squad not touched, and where else is just crap now. It is remarkable, isn't it? Because
Concord.
Concord is hilarious. There's the internet is the funny place, and it does make me laugh quite a lot. Somebody put a petition on like change.org was to bring back Concord, but completely with irony and satire. Oh. You should see the comments. They're hilarious, just about how They were out at the doctors at the moment, so they never managed to purchase the greatest game of all time, and they want a chance to do it again, and they really want to be understood. And like, we are that modern audience they're looking for. We were just out or doing our hair.
We were a bit busy.
The comments are hilarious.
That's
they're very tongue-in-cheek.
That's good. This is an excellent conversation about Sayonara.
Yeah, I know this is. So we always segue, ladies and gents. We just like the gaming sphere so much.
Narrative, to any new viewers we have, every 4th week or so, once a month, we've got an episode dedicated to an indie game, and we call this our Indie 500 series.
Yes.
This is our latest entry into the Indie 500 series, because by doing this, we've realized indies are where it's at.
Definitely, all the time. Like every single time we pick up a new release, we kind of go, nah. Or this is okay, or you find that Stellar Blade, you find that say Space Marines Astrobot, even Wukong.
Black Myth Wukong.
But those are rare. You go to the indie games, you find
it's almost
every
many
good ones.
Game.
Yeah,
it's
really
incredible.
is.
It's incredible. What have we got? I mean, what did we have last? Erica. I mean, that was okay.
Yeah, that's right. It was it was different. That game was different. I'll give him that. That wasn't quite
Next week's one's good, and the weeks after that, we can.
Plucky Squire.
No,
isn't that an indie?
Plucky Squire.
Kind of an indie, right? It's kind of an indie, but it's coming out on the PlayStation 5 and the
something like
live service thing, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
now let's get into the narrative.
Okay, Sayonara Wild Heart. It's okay. The name doesn't really give. The game begins with the protagonist experiencing a deep sadness after a heartbreak. She is transported to a surreal world by following a butterfly, I think that was. This little floating...
This crystal butterfly.
Yeah, was that a butterfly, right? And it takes on the she takes on the persona of the Fool. Which, again, this is very much you need to know tarot cards to kind of get what's going on. Yes. I only know the Fool from, strangely enough, Persona 3. The Fool cards and all the friends you make.
I know. How many tarot cards can you name?
Oh God!
Yeah, now it's happening.
No,
come on. The Fool.
The Fool. The Chariot.
Yes.
The Lover.
Yes.
The God. They got some really weird names though, haven't they? One begins with O.
Oh.
There's a.
Are you talking about? I don't know how to pronounce the word Hierophant.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Hierophant. Is that how you pronounce it?
Oh, that's one for me.
Geez, Strength. One of them's Strength. One of them's Justice.
What?
Justice?
Justice.
Who's Justice? No, sorry.
You're right. Justice.
No, I can't name them all. How many are there?
Oh goodness, I think about like 20.
Like
I don't know.
The Devil, isn't that one?
Death.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Oh, and the Devil. You're right. What? The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man's one. We've got the Emperor, the Empress.
Okay.
There are tons.
There are. I've actually
The Magician.
Of course. Oh god, that one I should have got one. Yeah, because that's the one that follow. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
There are lots.
Yeah, but you need to know this to kind of understand what's kind of going on in this game.
The Counselor.
The Counselor's a tarot card?
Yes.
Who?
The Sun.
The Moon.
The Moon.
The Moon. I remember the Moon, right? I can remember
the Star.
Okay.
Yes.
This is fun.
This is fun. There are loads.
But I say it's like just for I remember David. I've got a young brain.
I think we got the same amount.
Well, yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that as a draw then. And so, of course, she then goes. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, she goes on I guess you'd call it a journey to fix her heart, where she confronts her past. See, this is what got me. I'm not sure if I quite understood the story. She's confronting her past breakups, very Scott Pilgrim, and like the boyfriends or whatever.
That's what I got as well.
Yeah,
but very.
I was very confused at the beginning.
Very Vision Quest.
Yes, it really was.
I think the reality is, for the entirety of this game, she was just in bed.
Well, yeah, this is when they try to do those multi-layered things.
This was just getting over depression.
It was, and ladies and gentlemen, they had like 4 or 5 bad guys, which represented her exes. I think that's what I was trying to say, right?
Yes.
Which I think was her defeating or overcoming those bad feelings or that resentment or that melancholy in regards
Could be.
Which we all kind of have in our past, I suppose, in regards to relationships and things that could have or didn't happen or things you feel bad about. And the narrative is trying to push that she's overcoming these things, right?
Yes.
I say she has no name, right? They don't actually name the protagonist.
But she is a she.
She's definitely a she. Except for it was somewhat confusing at some points because all her relationships are female, right?
I mean, she's queer.
Yeah, she's...
That's good. That's been confirmed. She's a queer woman.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, the thing is, it's one of those games that, again, there's not... It's kind of pushing the narrative, but there's not much narrative there. You have to interpret it.
That's it. It's up to interpretation, which a lot of people... It's hard. A lot of people like that very, very much.
Yes, I don't mind it. I'm more a carrot on the string type of guy. Show me where I'm going and what I'm supposed to be doing.
Which could possibly be why games like this don't land as much as they would have. Because for some people, this is very meaty. And for a lot of people, this is very meaningful.
Yeah, agreed.
Somebody who is going through a very difficult breakup or also struggling with depression.
Yeah, this would mean a lot.
It might have the same effect on them that, say, Celeste had on a lot of people.
No, agreed. No, that's exactly right. It's one of those, it's a niche, but if you're feeling those same feelings or something like that, it could genuinely be helpful to you.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it had the, well, kind of spoilers. She overcomes it, and she overcomes it.
Of course she overcomes
love.
it. Of course, are they going to sell this game to people struggling with depression?
Yeah, that would...
And she doesn't overcome it?
You say that. Have you ever heard of a game called Doki Doki Literature Club?
Doki Doki Literature Club?
Yeah, because that's a cheery ending. Have you played that game? Have you played it all the way through?
I've seen moments.
I know, it's like not all games end with like a happy friendship. We'll all get through this together type ending. I was shocked by that. I even made my wife play that, and she was very upset by that.
When Monica reveals...
Are you remembering names again now? Who's Monica?
Yes, Monica!
Is this in Doki Doki Literature Club?
Yes.
Girl.
There are 4 girls. Monica.
Yeah.
Sayuri.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Hey! Oh, you were so confident. You were so confident.
I did. I shouldn't have started.
I remember one's a baker. That's all I remember. You bake muffins with one of them. So
yeah. One's a...
I remember the story though. The story was special. Dark.
That's why people play the.
Yeah. No, I get. Again, it's one of those.
Special.
It's one of those games where it became more prolific with what the story it handled.
Yes.
And the face you put on.
Yes.
And it's the same with this game.
Yes.
Lots of us put on a different character or mask when we're going through hardship, and this is a game to kind of show you that you can get over such things. You can come out the other side.
Correct.
You can. Everything passes. Doesn't matter how bad it too shall pass, I believe.
Very true. And it does. Although it does seem like it takes a very long time.
Oh yeah, it can do for many people. And even in this regard, it actually, have you noticed that the lady you play, when you finish the game, she's actually a few years older.
Yes, that's what I said. It seems like this is taking a very long time because it starts when she's got short hair.
Yes, yeah, right.
And it ends when she's got this
she's
beautiful
fully
mane, which
is a good aspect of how real life kind of works. You don't just click and you're over something.
It seemed like it in the narrative. She was struggling, and in the final moments of the last level, it seemed like she fell so far that she couldn't. That she fell out of her. That she fell back into her groove.
Yes, that's right.
And I thought, is she good now?
Yes. Well,
from a sentence.
That's one of the things about the game, though. It's not really that long. So when you play the game and you complete it, it feels like, well, that was quick.
Yes.
Right? Because, she thought, by all accounts, she just thought about all her relationships.
I knew it was quick. I got there feeling very early on that this is basically just an album.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
We'll get into that in audio.
Yeah, that's right.
But by realizing that I knew this game was very short, so I played it in bursts. Not bursts, but short moments, like arcs at a time. Heartbreak 1. Then the next day, Heartbreak 2.
Yeah, I got you.
The Howling... I don't know.
I don't remember any of them.
Yes,
I remember
the
one
Dancing
was
Devils, the Howling Whatevers.
Yeah. Yes, right. The biker gang, right? The Howling Whatevers.
Yes, the biker.
Yeah, that's right.
And well, all of them are biker gangs.
They kind of are. That's true.
The twins.
Oh, the twins I remember.
Yes.
The blonde I remember. All to me, they're just description.
Yes.
Yes, the twins I remember.
The VR in the desert.
Yes, that's right.
You get to with the car.
Yes.
I mean, that's interesting. I like that. There are a lot of different relationships.
Yes, that's one of the things it does point out, that the relationships are equally different in their own right, in different respects in regards to who she dated and the person she was at the time she dated them and all the other things.
Do you think she dated all of them or
so.
is that just a manifestation of...
See, this is what I mean about the plot. yeah, you would say artwork is subjective, and so this is kind of artwork. So there's not really a right answer. I'd say they were all different relationships that came across, but maybe they were just different aspects of one relationship.
Or relationships of a chapter in her life.
Yes, exactly. So
that she's tackling all the relationships in that one chapter.
Yes.
Like she's tackling a chapter.
Yeah, but actually, this is why it's a good narrative, but also kind of
up to interpretation.
Yeah, it's up to interpretation. If you just watch it, you could just think it was one relationship, or maybe it was just her teenage years. Maybe it was just her, I'm 20 and I'm going to sow my seeds. Whatever the expression is. Like I said, I think it was trying to put a message across, and it kind of succeeded in that.
I think it succeeded as well.
But,
I think it did.
But would you say you were engrossed to keep playing? The fact that you played in bursts, it did grab you enough that you wanted to know what happens in the next one.
Yes.
Was that the plot or the gameplay? What pulled you through? Did you enjoy playing the gameplay and that made you want to do the next levels? Or was it that you wanted to know what happened to her relationships?
I think it's kind of both, but also what really made me go back and play it again was its length.
Yes, okay, because it was short bursts.
Because it was short. As a dad of 4, I relish the idea of being able to sit down and thinking, okay, I can play a level of literally 2 minutes and make progress.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah,
I sometimes sit down for 10 seconds and I need to jump back up again.
Yeah, no, I got you.
So if I know I can play a level for 2 minutes, finish that level, move on. That's
I think we all have those.
That's delicious.
Those moments when you got like 20 minutes before you go to sleep, or you just want to get a bit of escapism.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's true. It scratches that itch very well.
The same itch gets scratched by Fortnite and Overwatch.
Yes,
those matches are so short.
A quick little
they
game.
want you. They keep you wanting more, but they're also short enough for you to.
Yes, exactly.
Have.
Yeah, no.
Around.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And yeah, this has what 20 levels or so. I can't remember. It's about 20 or 30 levels. I know it was like 5 levels per relationship or something, wasn't it?
I think one of them, 2 of them even just had 3.
Anyway, semantics.
20 sounds right.
This whole game is like, what, 3 hours long?
Not even.
Not even that. Like I said, I'm not the best at these games, so I did repeat the levels every once or twice just because it bugged me that I didn't get the heart or the special things. Let me just tell you one thing. I suck at this game.
Same.
Did you get... Sorry, we're going a bit of gameplay. Did you get gold even once?
Well, should we go into... No, we're completely skipping
Sorry,
visuals.
Okay, let's jump into visuals. We can go into the gameplay a bit later. Okay, what did you think of the visuals?
Wait, I'm not done with narrative yet. I'm just looking at my notes. This is... yes. You know what this game reminds me a lot of?
Audio Surf. Remind me of Audio Surf.
No.
Go on.
West Side Story.
Whoa, but I get your reference. Yeah, I do get your reference a bit.
Right?
Because of the gang aspect.
Exactly. Dance fights.
Yes, there was some dance-esque fights to them.
I've got it here. There's a lot of dance fights.
Yeah.
There's a lot of show going on.
Yes, yeah.
And underneath the theatrics, it's actually quite serious.
Oh, agreed. Yes, there is. That's very true. With
West Side Story had heartbreak, death, racism.
Yeah. Yeah, very much the main course of it.
The unjustified crime.
Yeah.
All of that was in West Side Story. I think all of them is in this as well.
No, I agree. There's definitely references and taken from that. I agree. Like the gang aspect of everything she goes to, even strange enough, like I said, it reminded me of Audio Surf and Scott Pilgrim, just because Scott Pilgrim's a great movie, and
it really is.
I just can't. If you see anything tackling relationships, I instantly go to that movie. And it's one movie you've watched, so that's at least you can get the reference now.
I always remember that he doesn't fight the big bad by getting the power of love. No. But the power of self-respect.
Classic. Like you got to learn from Scott. And the same thing you learned from her.
Thank you, Edgar Wright.
Is that who wrote it?
Yes. And directed it.
Okay, I don't. Like I said, is he
Edgar Wright? He's done Baby Driver.
Oh, is he the Baby Driver guy? I didn't know that. That's cool. I didn't know that.
He's done Hot Fuzz.
He did Hot Fuzz?
He did Hot Fuzz.
I thought that was Simon Pegg in that.
What?
Who actually produced it.
They produced it. I think Edgar Wright directed and
I didn't know that.
Kind of co-wrote it with...
I love Hot Fuzz.
Who doesn't? Can you imagine going from Hot Fuzz to Scott Pilgrim?
No, great. No, that's a good evening. Even if you added Baby Driver.
If that's on your resume, you made those two
that's
movies.
Very true. That's very true. You're going to get... That's cool. I didn't know he did Baby Driver as well. But it makes sense to some degree.
It does.
Because of his wackiness.
These quirky movies. That's narrative.
Okay, visually. There was 2 things. One, granted, I know most people don't have this. I kind of have a brain condition, ladies and gents. It was a strobe. The strobe lighting on this game was a lot.
Really?
And this really, I had to sit backwards from my computer because I was like, whoa, this makes you dizzy. And there's no strobe or seizure warning on the beginning of this game. Right? I was shocked by that too, because you always see that when you load up anything. Everyone comes up.
Has to be.
Maybe I missed it, but playing this game, the first level, when you're not expecting what you see.
Clair de Lune by Cloud Debussy.
Yeah, true. Good song. Granted, that's audio. Slipping it in there just so like, ooh, that's good. Oh, I know my songs. Visually, it's a lot of purple. It plays a lot like I say, again, visually, I actually saw a bit of Persona 5. I thought they were very, with the masks and stuff, I had Persona 5 feelings.
Don't get me started.
Did you think Persona 5 when you played it?
I didn't.
Why? And rhythmic, and did you see that a lot of rhythmic
I'm trying to
gymnastics?
not think about Persona 5, because when I do, that's all I think about.
That's how you call your kids. Morgana! No, wait. What's your name again? Is it Morgana or is it Mona? Mona?
Both.
Is it both?
It's Morgana. Her code name is Mona.
Is it?
His code name is Mona.
Okay, yeah, right.
I always thought Morgana was a she until I'm not going to say
I'm not say spoilers. Yeah, there was. I thought Persona. I thought again. There's lots of rhythmic gymnastics, which is a weird. You see every time she jumps over anything, and every time she fights, there's always like splits and like ribbon things and stuff. Yeah.
But when I saw that, I again thought West Side Story.
Yes, that's true. No, I can get that because there's lots of the same kind of reference. It was a lot of purple.
Correct.
It was a lot of.
That's the main motif: purple, white, and mint.
Yeah, and I was intrigued why. I tried to look up why it was purple, why choose that color, and I couldn't find anything.
Sexual tension.
Sexual tension is purple?
Correct.
I shouldn't look at my wife right now because she's wearing a purple top.
That one!
I wonder what I did wrong.
It's fine, at least she didn't color her hair purple.
Holy shit. I'm in so much trouble I don't even know it. I didn't know purple is sexual tension.
Correct, and mint is nice to look at.
Which can get you in trouble sexual tension wise. Like,
yeah,
it's like that gift of the lady.
Tyler Shove Samogo meant to choose purple because of exactly that reason.
I've never heard of that before. Like, when did this purple mean sexual tension? Is this like a well-known fact, or is it a new thing?
I wouldn't call it a well-known fact, just a known fact.
Oh, I did not. Well, yeah, it kind of makes sense in regards to just frustration and the stuff like that in relationships, be it sexual or not.
Sexual tension, sexual frustration. It's one of those.
It's strange though that with the flashing lights, there was like, what did you say the other color? It was mint, it was purple, and it was like gold.
White.
White, yeah. Yes. See, white and purple going off at the same gives you that strobe effect, which gave me headaches and stuff like that. But I'm not really putting that down. That could just be me. If it didn't do anything to you, then I guess the game's probably fine. Did you not have any of those? You didn't get dizzy? This game also...
Dave's brain's not normal.
My brain's far from normal. It's kind of pickled, I'd say. I did like the aspect that it had so many different like modes of transport. The motorcycles, you had the skateboards, you had the spaceship type thing flying, and then I also loved the just references to old video games. At one point, you're flying through Tetris. Yes. You know when the Tetris pieces are kind of coming towards you, as if you were playing the bottom aspect.
As if you're in VR.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. I did like the. God, this game was hard. I could not. The speed of it. Granted, again, I've said this once before when we did Ollie Ollie. This game went a lot faster than Ollie Ollie, and I found it not hard to play because it gives you lots of pauses in regards to each segment. But I never got gold once because visually it was just so fast.
You never got gold?
No, I didn't. I got silver. I got bronze. I never got gold even once.
Wow. So that lady saying, silver rank.
Yes, that's all I ever got to hear. That's all. Continuously. And I tried.
Wow.
But I could not get there. How many times did you get gold rank then?
For the first 4 or 5 levels.
Jeez.
I got gold. So and then when I started with the wolf level.
Yeah.
The howling, what's it?
Yeah.
I just barely got silver, and I thought, I'm not going to make it to the end of this game if I keep trying to go for gold.
That was literally me, but the first 2 ones, I'm like, nah.
I got gold for Clair de Lune, and then the level directly after that.
Yeah, got you.
Which is racing through the city.
You look at me like I'm going to go.
Yes.
You're right.
Racing through the city.
Yeah, that's definitely what's cool.
struggled to get gold on that one, but I did it.
See, like, granted, what can I say? I should probably just get good, or what all the youngsters say, I should just get good. But there was something, like I said, you played Audio Surf. It's old now, I suppose.
Yes,
right?
I think.
Audio Surf was great.
Is that the one where you import your own songs?
Yeah, and it made a track in regards to your own songs. And I so hoped this game did the same thing.
More than 10 years.
Is it really that old? Yeah, it really is. I think it's even older than 10
I think
years.
it's 15 years old. I think it's more than 15.
It's going to make me feel old.
This is warranting a Google. Audio
And it's again, visually, the narrative also helps because you're kind of collecting hearts. I'm guessing, you know those little gold hearts?
Yes,
That's also kind of trying to repair her own heart. I'm guessing it's going to symbolize. You've got the fight sequences are all choreographed, which is kind of cool.
Yep.
You know, it's got that same quick time event type feel about it when you got to hit. Except for the very last bit, visually you're supposed to, you know, the last bit in big fights, you wind up for a fight.
Yes, you mash the
button. I didn't know, so I just went like that, and I was like, why is it not doing anything? Why? And then it's like ran out of time. I was like, what? I was supposed to
just punch.
Yeah, I was most confused because everything else is just a quick movement except for that moment.
No, I get it.
I also I liked the aspect of it. I like the storytelling, even in regards to the visuals. But I just thought the visuals were too fast and I didn't want to go back. And the whole tarot thing. If you don't know tarot, you don't know what's going on.
Very well. I mean, I wouldn't say you don't know what's going on. The story is a bit more hazy.
I don't know why you play the fool. Is that because you got fooled by the relationships? Is it, like I say, if you don't know the arcana, or what the hell they call it, of tarot cards.
What other tarot card would you play as?
I don't know. This is why I feel like I maybe missed something out in plot in regards to not knowing.
Now that you mention it.
The first time I ever used, or I ever saw a reference to tarot cards was Ultima 9. Do you know the Ultima games? long time ago when...
Did you say Ultima 9?
9. Did you not know they go on for ages?
No.
Yeah, look, Ultima 9 was good. I had the big set, came with tarot cards. It was the first time. I took them to school once, showed my teacher. She was so like, wow, that's great.
Wow.
She wasn't a tarot card reader or anything. Wow, she just went, wow.
Just skip a grade.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Go straight to just graduate already.
Whatever.
It's so amazing.
Whatever you do, just get out of my classroom.
Yeah, stop showing me this weird shit, Dave. What's wrong with you? Anything else visually?
No, that's it. I don't know. I think a vision was had for them making it for when this game was conceptualized. They knew what they wanted to do.
Yeah, they did.
And I'm a big fan of when people know what they want to do with the game and make that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it doesn't exist much anymore.
No scope creep.
Yeah, that's true.
Scope creep is killing games. It killed Well, I mean, those first couple of years of Cyberpunk.
Yeah, that really did.
It
was
destroyed momentum.
No, very true. Very true.
No, you have a vision for a game.
Yeah.
Make that game.
But it is.
Give it to Annapurna.
Yes. Well, before everyone left.
Yeah,
but yeah, I get it. It is fair, and it is sometimes. You never find out when you do a project that when you do something, it's hard to actually keep to the mission statement. That you find yourself going.
Yes, it does get hard. I mean, we did the same thing for the podcast.
Yeah, exactly right.
We could branch off with essays.
Yes, exactly right.
How that turned out.
It's great. We got loads of people following it. We got thousands. We even got Beetlejuice here watching with us. Okay, I know you're waiting for this because you're audio man, and the audio. This game is all about audio to a very large degree. Hit it.
This game is all about audio.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, it looks good. It plays fun. This is audio.
Yeah, this really is.
The game.
It really is just like Audio Surf. It's built around the music and the sound
but not just your music, their music.
Yes,
this game is made to be an album.
Yes,
an album taking you from the start to the end of the 5 stages of grief.
That's right. Which is clever. That's a super clever concept by all accounts. And
what are the 5 stages? Denial.
Yes. Anger.
Depression.
Yeah.
Something.
I almost had it. Acceptance.
Acceptance is last.
Is that acceptance last? I know. Binge eating. Dealing.
Dealing? Like drug dealing.
No, I
As in giving coke.
I know. Sad anger. Huh? I want some LSD. I had to. I have to get over my breakup.
Forgot some ecstasy on it, Salvio. Yes.
Yeah, that's it. That's why drug dealers are out there. They just had a really bad breakups and they just start, well, I've got to get over it. My psychologist said.
Bargaining. It's not drug dealing.
No, who would have thought?
Bargaining could still be drug dealing.
That's true.
You can get your drugs for a good deal.
I love the idea you could go out to all those like drug dealers and just say it's not your fault.
Or
it's not your fault.
An emerging market. Yeah. I don't know if anyone's realized this before. If you see anyone starting with grief, they're going to be a good drug dealer in a couple of months.
Yeah, get in there early orders.
Exactly.
I'm starting a new thing. Go hug a drug dealer. We all know it. They're all out there. They're broken. When you see one, give them a hug. Yes. They just want love, like everyone. They're just trying to get over one of their exes, right?
They'll stop.
Who knew? Who knew? We've just solved drug dealing and Cuba and everything. They all just need a hug.
Hug them and whisper in their ear.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
You were in Cuba.
Okay. This went into a weird tangent about the music in the game. But yeah, help a drug dealer.
I compared this to West Side Story.
Again,
mainly because of the dance fights and all the other things, but because also the entire game is set to music.
Yes.
Set to music. If you're listening to this, you've not played Sayonara Wild Hearts. No. The entire game is set to music. Everything you do.
Just like Baby Driver, like you said in regards to the...
No, not like Baby Driver, because Baby Driver in between has got moments not just set to music. Where they talk to Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, but it's set to tempo, isn't it? In the whole movie, or is it just the driving?
Parts, but that's my point. Parts.
Okay.
The entirety of Sayonara.
Yeah, no. It's completely set to music, and granted, we got to do the first song. What's the name of the first song again?
Clair de Lune by Claude Debussy.
Now, ladies and gents, if you don't know the classical name of it, I like to call it the last song in Ocean's 11. It's the last in Ocean's 11. Once they've done the big heist, it's the last song. They all stand and look at the water fountain and be like,
"Yeah." Oh, I'm Matt Damon,
that's right.
Clooney and Brad Pitt, and I'm wearing sunglasses.
Yeah. Perfect. You have watched the movie. No, you've not watched Ocean's 11.
No, shoot me. I've not.
How many kids did you have back then? 6? No, you didn't have any kids back then.
No.
You were free. You were free spirits. You had all the time in the world.
The joke was right there in front of you. 11
kids. But it's one of those songs which everybody's heard of, but you never know the name of.
Correct.
And it is the last scene in Ocean's 11. It's one that I always remember.
It's also Clair de Lune by Claude Debussy.
Yes, very true.
Right? It's one of the prime pieces of the Impressionistic era.
Okay, cool.
That's cool.
Good to know, yeah.
The entire point of the Impressionistic era, or the Impressionist era, is to make music for people to have their own impressions on.
Oh, okay. So
you listen to the music, and then a lot of music from the Impressionist era didn't even have names.
Oh, okay.
Because then that would imply meaning to the music, where the entire point was for you to create meaning of the music yourself.
Oh, okay, I understand. So it's interpretive in its entire aspect of it.
Extremely, which is why it fits so perfectly with Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Did you know that, sorry, it's just a weird fact I know. Do you know there's a song that's banned on the airways because it was so depressing people killed themselves because of it? Did you know that's true?
Wait a minute. Is it Funky Town?
I like Funky Town. What the hell? Is it called Funky Town? It's not ironically... Do you know the name of the song? Is this being legitimate? Are you pulling my leg?
It's Funky Town.
Is it Funky Town? Oh, because I think it's British and we love satire.
Yes.
Like, so it would be called Smile or something like that because we're weird that way. No, there's a really I don't know if it's made in Ireland or the Isle of Man or something like that. They had to stop airing it because people kept jumping off the cliff or something like that. It's banned because it had such a negative effect on people's psyches.
Is it I've got another one. The theme for Lavender Town in Pokemon Blue.
I love the theme to Lavender Town in Pokemon Blue. That's a great song.
Yes. Have you heard the rumors?
No.
That people actually have killed themselves when listening to the theme for Lavender Town.
Why? Is Lavender Town the one with the ghosts? And
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That's sad. It's
really
nice. It's a nice little tune.
It's really sad. I mean, I'm waltzing into Lavender Town. I just caught a Geodude.
Yeah, no, it's got no legs. Poor thing. Makes me sad. I'm not trying to make fun of it. I didn't know that was a fact. Lavender Town.
Correct. Look it up. It's a creepypasta.
Wow, that's true. That's weird because we're going on a weird tangent now because I know that Mad World for Gears of War also upset people. You know, Mad World as a song is kind of a sad song. It's
correct,
about a guy
and
who's
the
not being
sad
seen.
one that people kind of recognize.
Yes,
is
yeah.
a cover.
Yeah, that's very true.
Not
It's
even
very
the original
sad.
song.
Who sang the original?
I have no idea.
I want to say Simon and Garfunkel.
No,
The original.
The original.
Near.
REM.
Nah, it can't be. Can it? Sorry, ladies and gents, we've
Our
got
producer's doing some research.
some googling like
behind
we
the
all do.
scenes in her purple shirt and purple.
Yeah, I've also got some making up to do somehow.
We need to get back to the audio for Sayonara.
I'm intrigued now. I can picture REM singing it, but I swear it's not the first one. Okay, Claire de Lune, yeah, French for moonlight, by the way, if you wanted like some French chucked in there. Claire de Lune.
Thank you. Yes, I can always do with more French.
That's right. I knew it. Tears for Fears. I knew it. See, I remember some things.
Wow.
Only cool things. Okay. One thing. Okay, this was the nice story I brought up earlier in regards to audio here.
Yeah.
Which later on I thought wasn't a great story. Now, do you know who the narrator is? This game has a narrator for the beginning and the end part.
And whenever you get silver rank.
Oh, is that still? Is that her too? Yes, it's true.
Yes.
And then when you get silver card, I'm guessing you know who the narrator is.
I don't.
It's Queen Latifah.
It's Queen Latifah?
It's Queen Latifah. If anybody doesn't know Queen Latifah, she's
Who does know Queen Latifah?
young people. When was Queen Latifah in a movie? Recently.
2006.
Yeah, exactly.
The Holiday.
Not a bad movie.
Last
I kind of
Holiday.
like that.
Last Holiday.
Last Holiday. I
The
didn't mind
Holiday
that movie.
had Jude Law.
But she's also in Chicago and Hairspray.
Hairspray.
So she's done lots of music
Which is
films.
also akin to West Side Story.
Yes, exactly. So she was originally a prolific R&B artist, and then she did movies like The Barbershop, and then she did Chicago, so she's quite well known to us, but young people may not know her yet.
Yes.
And so they had what's the name of this? Simogo, right? Simogo had sit-downs with Annapurna, and they said, "Oh, we want a narrator," and Annapurna was like, "Oh, who?" And somebody went,
Let me guess. They said Queen Latifah, Queen Latifah.
They just chucked out Queen Latifah. Maybe.
Is she here?
Yeah,
Did we summon Queen Latifah?
They just opened the cupboard door and she's like, "Hi, y'all." No, it's one of those. And they said, "Okay." And then about 3 weeks later, they get me and said, "We got Queen Latifah."
Hell yeah.
And they're like,
Queen Latifah!
Which I thought was a great story, except for when you take the audio from this game, it's like 20 seconds long. It's the beginning narrative.
Yeah.
It's the ending narrative, and like you said, silver rank, gold rank, bronze rank.
Don't take this away from me.
No, it could basically have just been a WhatsApp video.
I don't care.
It was
Have you gotten a message from Queen Latifah?
Not
saying
not recently.
Gold.
Yeah, she ghosts me now. Back in the day, sure.
I know. Queen Latifah. It's because she did Sayonara Wild Hearts. She's too good for us now.
Yeah, but I say she narrated the great hit that is.
I don't
Sayonara.
mind if it's too short. She adds value.
Yeah, but she does add value. Don't get me wrong, I like Queen Latifah. I just thought, if you got Queen Latifah, I'd like to have been a bigger part of the game than just, yeah, what, Sayonara Hearts, yo, whoa! You can do it. It's positive and stuff, but very short. But it was nice. And she is a celebrity.
I don't mind that. I get that you do. I don't mind that it's that short.
Okay, I just thought I'd have loved more. Like Fallout does.
I mean...
The
game is short.
That's true. It's true.
It's the game that's short.
I just thought it was such a big thing and a big surprise for like 30 seconds of audio, which she does well. Don't get me wrong; she's kind of a decent narrator.
It's good. It's done well. You're right.
So, what did you think of the soundtrack of this game then? Because this was the big thing, right?
It is incredible.
Yeah. I
could listen to that. I know I say that to a lot of games, but with this game actually being made with the intent of it being an album as well.
Which is a weird thing because it's like strongly made to be an album, as in like released on Spotify, released for you to listen in your car because it's all there.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was released on vinyl as well.
I think so too, because it really was a number of tracks by a lady. I don't know if I wrote down her name.
I think it's two people, a lady and a non-lady.
Yes, I know it's and it was actually, they were quite fun songs. I thought the songs were funky and kind of heartfelt, and the lady who sings them had kind of like a kind of relaxing Cyndi Lauper type feel to her voice, in my opinion. Do you know who Cyndi Lauper is?
If she says girls just want to have fun, you're lying about the relaxing part.
Why? What?
That's not relaxing. Girls just want to have fun. That gets you up and jumping.
Her version of the music was like her voice, but the songs were more relaxing. There was melancholy in the songs in this game.
I see what you mean.
But you do know Cyndi Lauper, so I'm impressed.
Yes.
Right, well done. Anything else audio-wise? Like I said, you're the audio man.
That's it. That really is. No.
It is funky though. It was a fun time. The music is potentially the most fun part of the game.
It is. It's the main selling point.
Yeah,
they knew it was the main selling point, and that they.
Yeah.
I think that's where.
And that's how they take you through that roller coaster narrative, by the music alone, and in regards to highs and lows.
We've mentioned that this is just set to music, but it goes much further when you take gameplay into account as well, right? By using gameplay to amplify the music, like a game like this did. For the past couple of years, even film trailers have been doing that, setting trailers to music, amplifying the music.
Yeah. I can somewhat get that. By all accounts, it actually reminds me of Gears of War again, when Mad World was playing on that trailer for the game, right?
Exactly.
Which went peaks and highs in regards to how the song was sung.
Yeah.
I found this game hard.
This game is hard.
Yeah, it wasn't just me. I know you get your gold ranks and stuff, but this game was hard. And
because it is hard. It's very hard.
And the gameplay was very pinpoint, like in regards to moving your motorbike.
Accurate.
Yeah, because there was parts where you're
quickly.
going between cars, and it took me like 5 minutes to realize you could actually go through that gap. Because I kept hitting the back of the car or the front of the car, and I was like, "What am I supposed to do?" That gap is tiny.
It really is.
When you're trying to get through there.
It is minute.
But I did like the quick time effects, the fact that that slowed it down so you could see what the fight sequences kind of were, because there were rhythmic gymnastics, there was power-ups. Hell, even the last fights were intriguing in regards. They flipped it round. It was not aggressive anymore. It was more loving.
Yes.
In regards to
all these fights. You fight all the lovers again.
Like Scott Pilgrim.
Yes, but instead of just punching them, you kiss them.
Which is again a big message in regards to the game. It's not being angry about them anymore. It's forgiving or overcoming or getting
which even further accentuates the point that is when she accepted.
Yes, exactly.
That's when she accepted to move on.
Yeah, so it is a mesh. One thing I didn't get, okay, maybe I'm dense, and that does happen. You know, in the game, you had tarot riddles.
Yes.
I had no clue what was going on.
Same.
You go around them, you see all the tarot cards, you can highlight one, it says some text.
This is great. I'm not gonna.
I tried a few. I didn't even know what I was supposed to do.
You tried them?
You went round, I highlighted one, and it gave you another wheel. And I'm like, okay, I'll highlight that one. Nothing happened. And I'm like, I like a good riddle. I'm a fan of riddles.
I looked up what they will mean.
The riddle, it was...
Yes,
okay, was there any causal link? Because I couldn't find anything.
So, I've no idea how you figure this out.
Yeah.
Right, but some of them are... I don't want to call them strange, but I wouldn't have gotten it myself. So I checked on Reddit.
Yeah.
For some of these riddles, and they're things like fail in the second level 4 times, or turn down the music for the final level and play it twice.
What?
I know.
What?
Or in the middle level, only collect hearts, no diamonds.
And the riddle was supposed to explain this in some like obscure way.
Supposed to.
I didn't get that at all.
I
in the slightest.
I didn't either. I had no idea.
So they're like insane achievements, like if they were.
Correct.
Oh, yeah, that didn't explain. There wasn't any explanation in that regard.
I think that's the point, though. I think because they know that this game is for crowds who are up for interpretation, who like interpreting things.
Yes, that's true, I suppose. Maybe
they give them these new slices of cheese to interpret.
Oh, wow, that just went over my head then. I'm obviously not one of those people.
Same.
Which is an interesting idea, and I love the idea that some people actually looked at that and instantly thought, oh, I must collect all the hearts in that level and no coins. Like, that's big brain stuff. That's kind of cool.
It's just, I don't know, people like figuring this out.
Oh, yeah, no. People it's like those people who go through code of like Grand Theft Auto 5 and stuff and realize that the Yeti only turns up on a Tuesday on top of the hill. People love to go through code and just find what's hidden amongst it.
Yeah.
And it is like some people still haven't found certain secrets in what prolific games, like Witcher, I think they found some. Or even Baldur's Gate. There was a whole quest behind a talking cat. that somebody only found like a year after it was released because, well, this game it's quite easy to hide certain aspects into things. So yeah, people, it's just not my time. I genuinely was just confused the whole time, and I tried. I was like, what the hell is it trying to tell me? And I was like, do you need a complete knowledge of tarot cards to get this? It
almost seems like you need all the knowledge just to figure out what's going on over here, or need to be very good at interpreting, which I am not.
But I did like all of the different gameplay aspects. It had like a shooter. It had a do you call it a runner or rail? Like Subway Surfer.
Exactly,
what the hell
like
do you call that game?
Surfer, that. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you go. It's just moving left and right, forwards and backwards.
But it doesn't feel so menial.
Yes, true.
I like that. I like the skateboard, the car.
It was complex. There was some time. It was difficult to get all the hearts. It was difficult to time everything perfectly.
Goodness.
But like you said, one thing I don't think I did, because I'm so used to visually playing, is that the game could have been easier to play if I was actually listening to the music compared to watching the screen.
Yeah.
Because each moment and each thing you pick up is timed to the soundtrack, right? Every heart you grab, every
thing. But that's the point. That's the point. It's trying to tie together all of these, mediums.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's something only video games can do.
Yeah, that's true. So like gameplay, like I say, gameplay and watching a movie and
it's
listening to the
interactive. Movies can do this all they want.
Yeah,
it's not interactive.
No, very true. No, it's very true. Not yet. One day, interactive movies gonna be so cool.
Interactive movies? You mean
Erica?
I was gonna say Uncharted 2.
No, well, that's also true as well. Well, yeah, it's funny enough, but Erica was fundamentally an interactive movie because I still don't play that as a game. So.
Yes.
Anything else? Sorry, we're going on a weird tangent again. Anything else gameplay-wise?
My favorite part of the gameplay was the fact that when you die, it's a split second, and then you respawn at the previous checkpoint and you go again.
Oh, that's true.
So you fundamentally die, come back, 5 times in the span of 3 seconds.
Yeah, so it doesn't kill the momentum and the pace of the game itself.
You keep the momentum, you keep the pace. You don't lose any of it.
And it's a super fast-paced game. This is very fast.
You're right. This is way faster than Oli Oli.
Yeah, it's one of those frustrating things when you ever play Mario Kart and you fall off and then he brings you up and he slowly puts you on there. Most frustrating thing in the world when you're racing it. But yeah, this doesn't let you slow down because you'd lose the context of what's actually happening. It's supposed to be quick.
Yes.
And a lot of the time you're actually chasing someone, right?
I think this might be the fastest game we've played on the channel.
God, I'd have to go through my brain. What the hell? Yes.
Right?
It's a strange accolade, but yeah, it probably is.
I can't think of a faster game.
Oli Oli was quite fast, but that's just because I'm old.
Was quite fast, you're right. But no, I don't think there is.
Yeah, this was super fast. Like, and you know they released this on mobile platforms and stuff like that. They kind of released this on a lot of things.
Killer 7 was quite fast.
That's true.
Twisted Metal. Anyway.
They released this on could you imagine playing this on a mobile screen?
This is on mobile?
Yeah, I don't get how you would play it like that. I've never known that about a lot of games though. How do you? Things get ported to your phone.
The input's quite
easy.
That's just left, right, and interact.
Yeah, or that
tap, whatever.
But I've never known. Granted, a weird tangent again. How do you play with your fingers in the way? I'd hate the idea that my finger, I'm going up, and then it's in the way of half the screen because granted, I'm not a mobile game player. I've never known some games that get ported to mobile. I also don't understand. Like that would play horribly on your phone, but it still gets ported.
Like what? Oh, you can use a stylus. Oh, come on.
I have 5 stylus.
What is this? Amateur hour?
Yeah, stylus. Who needs a stylus? But yeah, I've always found that weird. I've never understood games that go to mobile.
Yes, I was going to make a joke called Style These Nuts. I'm not going to do that.
Style These Nuts. That sounds like a mobile, like, grooming thing that you go to a house. Hi, I'm styled by your nuts. I've come for your husband's sack. Yeah. It's like just a montage of hair going everywhere.
I've styled nuts.
Yeah, exactly. And you just do like photo shoots of them in like fun backgrounds, just like nuts with an afro and like a lightning bolt, like
Are we talking about actual nuts, like
almonds? I'm talking scrotum, pure scrotum. Sorry, I've gone full, just testicalis. That's what it is.
Okay.
Anyway,
Alright.
it's the gameplay. Okay. Yeah, it's not bad. It's a good game. It plays quite well, but quite short.
Really does.
It is very short.
Oh, damn it. I completely forgot to mention in visuals. What I really like about this game is how this is gonna sound weird, how bad the graphics are.
That's true. I got you, but it's like arcadey bad.
Arcadey bad.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, well,
it's good. And it's good because it's bad like that, but because the art style's so good.
Yes, that's true. And it fits so well.
It fits so well. It's my absolute favorite. This is an example you can bring forward with the argument of graphical fidelity
there we go. Yep.
art style.
Yes, agreed. It
doesn't be art style.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be
style. No, graphical
super
fidelity
graphics.
can. I mean, in 2-3 years, it's gonna look average.
Yeah.
And then 10 years from now,
true.
It's gonna look poopy.
Yes, that's very true. That's very true.
Art style.
No, it's true. It sticks. It stays. It has a half-life, a good long half-life.
Right.
No, it's true.
That's why games like Golden Sun.
I love that game. That's true. That game still looks great.
Final Fantasy VI looks better than
true.
Final Fantasy VII.
No, that's true. It was like a breakaway to 3D graphics. First time ever. Final Fantasy VII is great. But I agree. I agree.
Sephiroth's a bitch.
Yeah. Sephiroth is a bitch. No doubt about that. But I agree. Golden Sun. I know it's a weird thing. Beautiful game. I can't believe that's a Game Boy Advance game. That's crazy. That game is amazing.
Insane.
Sorry, a weird tangent
art
again.
Style.
Yes, agreed. I loved. Yeah, that was one of the first games that also did that slow mo when you go to hit. The guy would jump, but it would slow mo half a second and slam down. On a Game Boy Advance.
And I can't remember any other Game Boy Advance game that had particle effects.
No, I agreed. Like I said, I could gush about Golden Sun for freaking days. I love that game. Yes, Golden Sun.
If you're listening, we need Golden Sun. All hell the list.
All hell the list. I even own the Golden Sun Game Boy Advance games because I love those as a kid.
The first one.
Yes, 1 and 2. The Lost Ark. Never played 3 though. It was on the DS.
There's a third one?
Yeah. I don't know if it follows the story or not, but there's a third one. I can't remember what it's called though.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
performance. Yeah, it's fine.
That's good. I didn't have any issues.
It's not a massive game, so it wasn't going to really run poorly on anyone. And if it run on a mobile phone, it's going to run on a PC pretty much flawlessly. And it did.
I don't think... Sumogo, they're good developers. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes are doing well as well.
Yeah.
I don't think Annapurna publishes broken games.
Agreed. Yeah, I don't really know the history of the older games. It was very true, especially now with their reputation. They kind of have to make a point of not publishing bad games, or it would hurt the rep they built up for a while now. No,
it was fine. My favorite part, as I mentioned before, is dying and then respawning a split second later.
Yeah, so that your momentum keeps going and that you can still enjoy the story and stuff that's coming. No, agreed.
Were there any loading screens?
No. In the very beginning when you get to see Annapurna and stuff, but no, between levels, nothing. Except for what the level selects, so to speak, when you pressed next. But that's not really a loading screen.
So, not really.
No, so it ran fine. So what do you think value for money was then?
Value for money, I think... This game is short.
Yeah.
But...
Go on, show us your butt.
I think this game is worth the price of admission.
Yeah.
For that final level alone.
Yeah, granted, this game is not that expensive. On Steam, it was $7, PlayStation Network $13, Xbox $12.
Good, that's fine.
It is very short, and I'd say it's very much lacking in replayability. You can try getting gold on each course, sure.
That's
and work out the tarot cards. I didn't know that was kind of like a gameplay aspect, which is
I'm going to disagree quite heavily. I think the replayability of a game like this is very good.
How?
But the songs are great.
Okay,
these levels are, well, I wouldn't say, there are slight variations between them, but they're very replayable. It goes so fast. The amount of info you take in on one trip is minimal.
That's true. Like
if you play one of these levels 2 or 3 times, I guarantee you on the 4th time, there's still going to be something that you missed.
Yeah, I got you, and you're more than likely right. But is it one of those things like that you'd get annoyed that you missed? Like we're playing Astro Bot.
Yes.
Missing a robot or missing a puzzle piece, really annoying. Like you say, I've got to go back and got to find it. I've got to get that little bird so it can beep and stuff like that. Missing a frame or context to one of the levels of this game really wouldn't bother me that much.
I get that. I really do. And I also think that's why when these levels are so short, it's very easy to just replay. Because
Yeah,
it's
so
literally 2 minutes.
because it's very small
and
amount of
not
time.
15 like Astrobot.
That's true, especially when I play it and I can't find the mystery ending bits because I don't like.
Those vortexes.
I don't like using the bird. I want to work it out myself. Do you know how annoyed I am that you worked out the seal straight away on that ice level? Because I didn't. You know that there's a big ice monument of a seal.
Yes.
I went up there, got my puzzle piece, thought that was it, and that's why I spent time trying to smack it. I was trying to. What the hell do you do to it? Only like the 4th time I went to the level, I saw that you could throw the pig that way, and I was like,
yes. It's because that
so
seal,
dumb.
The seal's fishy. It's suspicious.
No, it is, yeah. It stands out too much that
It really
there's got
does.
to be something
Exactly.
to the seal. No, so yeah, maybe I'm one of the. It has to be like really important for me to go back and do again. Whereas people differ.
We've had this
different.
conversation before. You and I differ. You value story way more than gameplay, and
Oh,
I, on the
yes.
other hand, value gameplay a lot.
Yeah, you do.
Not like I don't
comparatively.
value story and you don't value gameplay.
No, it's true.
We just find value in different parts of games.
Like, would you play Jump King?
Absolutely not.
No, there's nothing about that game that would
That
intrigue
looks
me.
frustrating.
Oh, it is. I'm told.
I don't want to play that.
What would you play Super Mario Maker? Like the levels that people.
The levels.
Yeah.
The fun ones.
They all look too annoying to me that not one of them is fun.
I play the fun ones.
Are there fun ones? Like
Yes.
easy ones? Is that like ones where you just get to play with Yoshi and there's lots of like fun?
The ones that really emulate Mario games
okay,
very well.
that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, like the actual charm and all the
yes,
other things.
exactly.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Exactly.
I didn't know they existed. I only ever see people. Oh, I'm trying the super hard one death. You'll lose
tryhards.
forever. Yeah.
The sweats.
That just
No
looks.
thanks.
I don't know why somebody would want to hurt themselves mentally in that
me
way.
neither.
But anyway,
that is-
value for money. Yeah,
it is short though. I must
it's an
admit.
indie developer, which of course we always like giving them money over the AAA or quadruple A. I'm looking at you, Skull and Bones.
Ooh.
Quadruple A my ass.
Ass.
Nice.
There we go.
That's it. That's what their slogan should now be. It's cheap, it's worth it. Like I said, support the indie games. It just doesn't have anything for me. I'll give you that now I know those tarot cards kind of have like secret meanings per level.
Yes.
Kind of gives you a bit more
That is a bit
playability
more
now.
replay-
That is
I mean,
a bit more.
If you like the interpreting.
Yeah, exactly.
Things.
Then okay. And if you
Yes.
want all that 100% completion, which means you got to do that. Okay, I do get that.
And
but
if
for
you
me,
finish
not so much.
the game, it unlocks a mode where you just play all the levels.
Non-stop, like
Non-stop.
one loop. Okay,
Beginning
yeah, I can
to
get
end,
that. Yeah.
like a regular album.
Yeah, like you're listening to the music itself. Yeah, okay, now I got you. That's kind of cool. Again, doesn't really bring me back to a want to do it.
Makes sense.
But then that's just me. I'm not one of those people
Yeah.
who needs to collect all the things or beat all the leaderboards. So what do we score this bad boy then?
Right, Sayonara Wild Hearts. Our scores, let's see here. Dated a lesbian.
It's a great start.
shouldn't.
It's a great start.
shouldn't.
Our scores: dated a lesbian.
I mean, they're all dead.
So, in my mind, I've just got a picture of a 6 and a 9 laying on top
Oh
of each
no.
other because they're lesbians. But anyway, sorry.
They did though, and in the end, I'm not gonna. One of them rode a skateboard, the other one
There you
drove
go,
a car.
there you go.
The one rid a dragon somehow. And they all got kicked in the mouth and then kissed in the mouth with a legendary rating of C+. Which feels right.
No, I think that's fine. It's the thing is, there are so many aspects to this. If it was longer, if it had more, this game would actually be really great. And I also thought it's just missing. I'd love to have been able to put music into it.
Your own
And
music.
wrote that like audio surf
that.
and so many other games. That would have
Yeah.
been so cool in the
It
context
would've.
of the artistic style.
It would have. What would the levels have been though?
Well, it doesn't really matter. Like audio surf, it's all
Well, I
just
guess
roller
you
coasters
just want
and
the
stuff like that.
gameplay with your
Yeah,
music.
and it can randomly put any monster or
makes sense.
bike or skateboard or
sense.
whatever.
That
That would
would
have been a really cool aspect to it, but I don't know how hard that is to do. So I think C+ is great, really. It's short, it's fun, it does tell a story which can be relatable for a lot of people. We've all gone through breakups and sadness and stuff and trying to get
Yes.
over them. It just doesn't have much replayability for me. So yeah, I think C+ is perfectly fine, a good score for it. For
No,
now.
I get that. We don't need to agree,
No,
but
true.
I think the replayability is quite good.
Yeah, you actually scored it better than me, right? Not by much, but you did score it better than me.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Anyway,
So good C+.
thanks for watching or listening to. I guess I should say watching now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
This
Either
episode-
one. Do
either
either.
one's fine.
It's fine.
This episode of the Critical Arcade podcast, if you could like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, it's
all new now.
Yeah,
now that we're on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, and then like, comment, subscribe some more.
And press that attention bell, or what the hell that thing that goes ding when you push it.
The attention bell.
The attention bell. I just know it's the ding.
I guess.
Yeah. Why
I mean,
not?
we're posting a lot of shorts.
It's the attention bell, isn't it?
The attention bell.
No, it's I need your attention. Look at my video. It's the
I need
get
your
attention bell.
Here's my bell. No, don't tell me. Don't tell me. That doesn't mean anything. Anyway, before Dave tell me it's, I don't know, some...
That has no other meaning.
Jeez.
Go on.
Email us or whatever. Dave, where can we follow you?
You can try and follow me, but I am out and about, and if you do come across me, I do happen to, God, this is such a dark one. I do happen to have a lot of history and bad breakups and all those and all the other things being so old, and I will force you to go through all of mine on a repeat. And all of yours, and all of everyone, everyone's breakup all at once, everything everywhere all at once. That's what happened, and you won't have fun purple scenes to play, or the power of love and overcoming to fix it. Just continuous loops of breakups.
I think that could be your worst one yet.
Yeah, I get darker and darker as they go. Once it was just like a fish, but now I'm getting darker and darker. Slapped you with a fish or shaved your hair. Now it's just getting darker and darker. I swear it gets darker the more nice the games are as well. Like Mario, it's going to be dark as hell.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Or next week's game.
Or next week's.
Dark as hell.
That's true. Next week's game is what we play next week.
Yeah.
Next week's game, it's another one. This is, see, I don't know if this is new, but it's also kind of indie.
I think it is an indie game, but we're playing it next week because it's new. It's newness for now trumps its indiness.
Yes, very true. And it's next week's game. We're playing. I'm sure lots of people have kind of heard of this game by now. The Plucky Squire.
Correct.
The
Plucky Squire.
Which kind of looks like a little Big Planet Scribble Noughts kind of combination thing. Or am I wrong? It's nothing like that.
It is nothing like
It's nothing like. I couldn't be further from the
it's
truth.
The old school, the Game Boy Zelda games.
Oh really?
Yes.
I obviously just saw the trailer and saw all the pretty colors and just made my opinion straight then. Oh, that's cool. So it's like an old school Zelda.
This must be Little Big Planet.
Yeah, exactly. So that's cool. So it's like an old school, but on a new gen PlayStation.
Correct.
Yeah, I look forward to it. I like the old school games.
Same, and I think a lot of people would be able to play it because it's on PS Plus.
Yeah, it's free. New free. It's how I like it.
Included.
Oh yeah, it's true. You always point at that. I mean, you're still
I
paying
wish
once.
PS Plus was free.
It should be. Sorry,
should
the
be.
online mechanic should be free.
The online mechanic, you're right.
That is bullshit. Sorry,
this is an entire conversation.
I know it is,
we're
but
not
that
gonna
bugs.
have now.
It does bug me. But go on, yes.
If you want to listen to us ramble on about PS Plus and how it should be free, you can't. Because we don't have Patreon anymore.
That's right.
Just if you want us to have a Patreon, if you want to listen to us just ramble on about things, let us know.
That's right.
Yeah, send me an email at nick@criticalarcade.com.
And I'm Dave at criticalarcade.com.
Somehow I forgot about that part.
Yeah, it's hard, right?
Anyway, we'll see you next week for the Plucky Squire. Cheers.
Cheers.